Alright. A lot of chaos in my house today, so you'll hear dogs barking in the background and stuff. Sorry about that. Just kind of a busy day outside of this room. Anyway, gonna get down on the. This is the fifth and probably final part of my TurboGrafx collection. I had the day off. I wasn't planning on streaming today. I was actually planning on. We're that age. Taking a friend to a colonoscopy appointment, but that fell through because he's been sick. Everybody's been sick, which sucks. There's been a lot of illness around here, so since I already had the time off scheduled, I just decided to go ahead and kick over this stream. It'll be fun. Do some TurboGrafx-16 games and finish off the last 5 games of my collection. I've streamed this one before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I did this one on the same stream as the PC Engine version of Gradius, which is also excellent. Another great port, which sadly we did not receive in the US. But that's a cool stream. Check that out. Or I've also played the arcade version if you want to compare it. That's an older stream, but it checks out. And yeah, gonna quickly run through this one again, and then we'll move on to the rest of my games. This is something that absolutely everyone should have in their TurboGrafx-16 collection. And the US version is better because it's all on one HuCard instead of being split across 2. And I like it better than the CD-ROM version because I think they did a great job with the music and such here too. As far as being chiptune music. Oh yeah, and I'll use continues and we'll just see how far we can get to. We played a little different than normal instead of playing for score. Oh shit. That didn't work. That did work spectacularly. Ah, not good. Oh, I don't have a shield in front of me to block me from missiles, and I wasn't thinking about that because I'm used to having one. Yeah, I'm going to say we're going to start over from the beginning after this round, since this is an unbelievably bad start. At least get our legs a little bit and take a real go at it, right? Hopefully. So of the 5 games, this first one I've done before, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. The second one I've never done before, but it's very shallow. It's not a bad game, really. It's not a great game either. It's really shallow, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Third game, I've streamed before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Fourth game, I've never streamed before, and I would like to spend some more time with. So that's going to be something that we maybe play a little bit more of. And it's a different genre than we've been playing here. And then the 5th game, I've streamed before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. So it's really going to be that 4th game. It's going to be going to give a little more focus maybe than these others. it's fucking popping off. Damn, I made some real bad decisions there. Let's give it another go from the beginning. I don't think this is continue worthy. This weekend I'll probably gonna my next two streams I'm just gonna say are gonna be Burnout 2 Point of Impact and Quake, I think. So I'm not sure which order, but I expect one or both of those probably this weekend. Probably on Saturday afternoon. Man, this dying on the first level shit is wild. I'm so much rustier than I thought I'd be after not playing this for a few months. I really thought I would clear it. I wouldn't have been moving backwards if I didn't. Did I get an extra man? Maybe. Hmm. Let's do one more time from the top, and I'm going to start continuing on. It doesn't matter if I lose every single life and have to continue on the first level. I'm just going to use up all my lives and credits, and we'll see what happens. It normally would take me a little bit more practice, I guess, to get going on this game. This game's fantastic, but I can feel myself having to learn it as I play it, too. Relearn it. There's a lot to it. Man, the animation on that is so good. Everything here is so cool. It's such a cool-ass game. Real cut above everything else from its generation for a while there. See, I can learn stuff, and that's good because there's lots of stuff to learn on this next stage. Oh, I wasn't low enough. I thought I was. Shit. Well, that's gonna make things much harder. I bragged too early. There we go. That's how it's done. See, I can burn. It's a very, very slow process here. Probably better to stay trapped on this side, yeah. That's probably not worth reversing the shot there, I wonder. I don't know. Seems like it may not be worth it. Don't do anything the way I just did anything. Not the good way to do anything. Shit balls. I wonder if it's better to stay on the right. I don't remember. I don't remember the best way to do that. That's a lot of flicker. I mean, it has to be. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of sprites on the screen. It's pretty crazy. I could have tried to use more tile animation, I guess, but it would have been clunky probably in different ways. That's so much work. Clearing that top part is so much work. I've got to find a better way. There we go. Finally, I was able to do it. Jeez, that was a mess. You still gotta find a way to deal with all this other shit. I guess I am gonna try and detach and run it backwards. Stay on the right was my plan this time. There we go. Shit. Some tricky stuff in there. Oh, brilliant. That was amazing. This game has so many amazing moments in it. It really is cut above just being a shooter. It's something else. It's a genre-defining classic. Oh shit. It's in 3 parts now? What the fuck? There's a lot going on there with that one. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's the legendary R-Type. I mean, this is like a 10 out of 10 port of a 10 out of 10 game, in my opinion. I don't know what the hell you'd want more here, really. I mean, yeah, it could be cleaned up a little with no vertical scrolling and, um, less flicker, I guess, maybe. But, like, this is probably about as good as you could imagine the port of R-Type being on this hardware, and, it's as good of a game as you can play in this genre of horizontal shooters. I don't think I can hype it hard enough. It's R-Type. Moving on to something that the PC Engine was far less capable of handling. Right. Oops. Sorry. That gives you a good preview of what's coming up, though. I almost know what I'm doing here. Mode. What's mode? Oh, you can flip the pad. I'm pretty sure I want it normal. I think up is normal control and space Harrier because of the fixed camera. It is. This game's TurboFire rate is not compatible with 30 hertz. I'm going to try changing it to like 20 hertz or something. Just 1 second here. I'm not happy with this either way. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and put it, because it's too slow the other way. I'm just going to have to mash the button. Just like on real hardware, I'm pretty sure. Oh well. I'm going to spend a whole lot of time on this game anyway. Like I said, it's a little too simple to be terribly exciting. But in a way, this one runs fast and smooth, and it's not a bad playing way to play Space Harrier. It's certainly a huge improvement over the Master System, and I think it's better than Space Harrier 2 on the Genesis. The only catch is, as everyone points out, where's the checkerboard floor? You got these like rolling bars that they did with color cycling or whatever instead, and it doesn't look nearly, well, first of all, it just doesn't look like Space Harrier without that. The checkerboard is such an iconic part of the game's look, removing it seems terrible. But I mean, is that done at the expense of making everything else better here? I don't know. Maybe. Like I said, it's a better game of Space Harrier than Sega themselves were offering, really, on either of their hardware. Marginally. Again, it's not the arcade game. It's not bad though. It was good, simple fun. I guess that's why I own it. Probably not the most treasured game in my TurboGrafx collection, but certainly not awful. And compare this to the other offering, though, from Sega, Fantasy Zone, which I had so much fun playing, I kind of had to peel myself away from it. So much fun that we'll probably have to come back to it, because that's a good game. This is okay. Like, that's like a easy 8 out of 10 shooter for me. This is like a 6 out of 10. This is alright. Solid rental, solid something else to shove in and play for score for a little while. Solid way to give myself carpal tunnel syndrome. Shit. If you die on the boss, they just throw you into the next level, I guess. That's a little odd. Didn't clear the top 7. You gotta get at least 4 million points. It's a decent chiptune representation of the Space Harrier music, which makes for some pretty cool game music. Wow, almost instant death. Yeah, instant death. Hell yeah, let's just die before we even get started here. Now, let me see something else on this real quick. Again, I would love to get the controls turboed up. That'd be amazing. And it just feels like the options aren't the same as normal. I have at least 2 Beetle cores for PC Engine, and I think that they handle TurboFire differently. I think one of them is superior. I should probably get rid of the other one, to be honest. Beetle Super Graphics as opposed to Beetle PCE. I don't understand. I mean, they both run Super Graphics games. It doesn't even fucking make sense. This one has a turbo delay setting instead. It works differently. I don't know. Let's try it out and see if it works any better. Well, let me test it first. It does. It works better out of the can. Now I can play this lazily, the way it was meant to be played. Ah, there we go. Jesus H. Ah, shit. They finally got me, the bastards. Yeah, this game manages to keep the fun of Space Harrier where, like, the other versions completely fail. I really mean that, too. And it has to do with the game speed. And that's all there is to it. It's actually way better than... I think that this is way better than Space Harrier 2 on the Genesis. And, like, other contemporary ports of Space Harrier at the time were very, very poor compared to this. This one gets a lot just from its game speed and being a snappy, correct playing take on Space Harrier. Not really surpassed until the 32X version, which of course is almost arcade perfect and is an excellent way to play the game. A lot of people are obsessively in love with this arcade game too, and I'm not one of those. I'm not a huge Space Harrier fan. It's a really simple game. I mean, you're either into it or you're not. I'm getting wiped out on the first level again. That's great. But I imagine that if you saw it back in the day, it was such a spectacle that it had to have captured your imagination, and that's why people like it so much. But yeah, you shoot stuff while you're moving forward. It's kind of like Afterburner or something, except for somehow simpler than that even. I should do a Star Fox game someday, you know? That's a much better take on something like this. Also Res. I always say I'm going to do Res. I'll do the fancy PS5 one when I do it, okay? That way we'll get the best audio-video Res experience. There's actually really not much reason to go back and play it on Dreamcast or PS2. I know some people like those versions. I'm not really sure why, though, because I would rather just play it in a higher resolution with better sound and picture. It's a game that cleanly upscales and looks beautiful. Now you can emulate, enhance it that way too, I guess if you're cheap, but the official fancy version, what is it called? Res Unlimited? Very good. Actually worth every penny. At least to fans of the game, including myself. This actually is pretty fun. This is not real fun. It's a solid 6. But yeah, at least a 7 if you're playing the 32X version. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, this is the bonus stage. That's awesome. Nice. No extra man though, huh? Can't possibly do that. Definitely got a new high score there though. I'm actually going to wrap it up on that too. That's probably enough space Harrier for now, but let's move on to yet another game that I've streamed before, but got a little more meat on it. I didn't beat it when I streamed it. I don't know that I will this time either, but I'm just going to kind of give it one shot playthrough and not really practice up on it. But it's perfect for this time of year, so I'm going to take a little break. We'll come back with that. And 3 more games today, though, guys. And yeah, we're only an hour in, so got a couple more hours to go probably. Thanks for watching. Alright, I'm back. Splatterhouse is noteworthy for being a gruesome, violent horror game from an era where there weren't too many of such games, but they did exist, and they were usually based on licensed properties, but not this. This is an arcade game that Namco put out. It's just a straight-up horror-themed horizontal beat-em-up, like Kung Fu Master style game. It plays really well, and it's challenging, and it has pretty great graphics and like a cool horror theme. So it's a pretty desirable game to a lot of people. The sequel is a very similar game, and it is a Sega Genesis Mega Drive exclusive. The third game is also a Sega Genesis Mega Drive exclusive, but they switched to a three-quarter perspective, like more traditional beat-em up. It was popular at the time. And that one, but it's not a traditional beat 'em up in structure. You actually explore the house, and there's like a time limit. It's very interesting. It's different. I don't even remember how to do this shit very well. We get stereo in this game too. TurboGrafx wasn't advertised as stereo capable without the turbo booster. I don't really know if there's some sort of trickery involved in stereo or with emulation, or who knows, but this game definitely has it. Sound effects don't seem to be stereo, just the music, which is odd. Oh shit. almost remember how to do this. Shit. I was gonna take at least one hit, huh? God damn it. The turbo does work. I don't know if it's a good idea to use it or not, but holy shit, it looks weird. All right. I'm gonna be able to win this shit around with bullets. Some better way to do this, I just don't remember it. Doesn't matter now, it's not gonna give me the other shotgun. It's just, I'm gonna have to make it work. Hell yeah. That aggressive slide-in shit worked. Oh yeah, a huge part of this at the end sucks. I forgot about that too. That enemy reminded me, not this, it's not this level, but yeah, gross fetus enemy, fun. No, this part's great. The fourth one? Yeah, it's the fourth one. Every fourth one, I think. Is this one then? No? That's a lot of credits. Most of these holes, by the way, are not death. They take you to sub-levels that take you on a longer and shittier trip through the level. Hence, there may be scoring strategies related to intentionally falling in some of these. I don't know, though. Not something I'd be doing. For completion reasons, you want to avoid them. Just for, like, speed and speed running reasons, you'd also want to avoid them, yeah. Oof. Before we even get started, huh? It really is unfortunate how little screen you get in this game. Look at all that. Top and bottom of the screen taken up by a bunch of shit. Is the arcade game like that? Yeah. At this point, it's only shocking when he doesn't come out and kick my ass. God damn. I think the trick here is to stay on the right, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Because it seems like they spring at you from the left, and you need all the space in the world to hit them. Yeah, it keeps you a lot busier, but it's actually safer. You can defend yourself. There you go. This fight is hard as balls, and I'm not going to do it on one life, I'm sure. So we'll be redoing this level, trying to do better. Turbo punch, bitch. That didn't help at all. Didn't help a lick. It just made me more locked up, basically. Only attack from that side, okay. Good to know. Nope. I hit jump, that's just... I guess it was barely too close to the edge or something. I don't know. There we go. Shit. Shit. I actually felt like I was doing it there for a second right before the last two hits. Like I figured out a pattern or something where he was bouncing back and I was staying out of reach of being hit. No, wait, I don't think I wanted to go down at all. Now I have to do this shit, which is awful. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch wizard. Oh, this sucks. Hey, you know, if anyone's been chatting, I probably didn't see it because this thing's stupid and not working right. There we go. Terrible. Here we are. No lives, no health, no hope. Nothing doing. Shit. Almost pulled that off clean. I guess it thought I stepped too far forward. Oh, at least here's a different shitty level that we haven't seen. No. No. Don't jump in. I was just sliding. Fuck it, let's go down one more level. Let's just see what's down here. I'm curious now. It's an even shittier sub level. Does this lead to the boss? What does it lead to? Or leads to the beginning of the level? That'd be amazing if it did. I would laugh. This is the boss. Betting, yep. God damn, there's 3 phases of this shit? There we go. God damn. This part sucks. Like, righteously sucks. I think the trick is to try and... It's auto-scrolling, and you just have to kind of survive. Gotta hang in there forever. I mean, I do mean for it feels like a goddamn eternity, if I remember correctly. You don't want to let them hatch, I think, and it turns into a huge problem. Yeah. Well, not a huge problem, but I mean, it's just another pain in the ass. It's mostly just, yeah, survive a super duper long time. Wow. Excellent. Is going to be finished hard or not? I don't think we can. Not enemies or obstacles, really. And here's the final boss. He's cool looking. He's gross. Let's try this again, but hopefully with health. Oh shit. God damn it. I could tell I was screwed. Shit. Well, I think we're going to be denied that ending once again. I think that was as close as I can get right now. Damn. Harsh, huh? That's how old games were. Get down to that last life, blow it on the final boss. That's the way it goes. I know I can beat this. It's just I'm not going to take the time to do it right now. Like I said, I'd like to revisit this, and I'm kind of really curious about the arcade game now that I'm thinking about it. Quick break here, and we'll move on to another game that I wanted to spend some real time with here. It's a little something different, so I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Hey, my neighbor's mowing the lawn, so this is gonna kind of suck. I'm sorry about that. I really this is a really interesting game too. I wanted to talk about this. So a lot of people just kind of blew this off as an Outrun clone, and I mean there's definitely some elements there that are Outrun-esque in the way in the specific gameplay. I guess the way it feels kind of too. But like it's really not. It's not an Outrun clone. This is a rally racing game. This is actually a Paris to Dakar rally simulation. Um, a very early one and a good one, I think. I mean, kind of setting the tone for that kind of game. First of all, you have to like this kind of game. This is a race against the clock. Um, your car takes damage, and there's repairs between stages. This is how modern rally games work as well. Usually, they have you invest time. Like, if you've played like on Colin McRae on the PlayStation, or if you played Dirt Rally or EA WRC or something like that nowadays, which I do, I play all these rally games. Um, these elements are familiar, except for instead of paying in time, they give you a certain number of points to spend. But it's basically the same idea. It's a five. It's also a 5-speed manual transmission, not a 2-speed like Outrun. So that's a bit more complex and probably didn't thrill a lot of people as well. But so it might take me a bit to get into here too, or I might not even be able to do well on it. But I have in the past gotten better and enjoyed this game and made it through multiple stages where I'm spending the points and all that, and it's pretty fun. So don't know how it's gonna go this time. We'll see. But I definitely think it's an interesting game. Oh, so yeah, you have to pre-invest in points and like what you're gonna be able to spend on each, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna go even and give each one 4. I don't know that that's smart, but we'll see how it pans out after I've done some racing, huh? I don't know which one's a gas and which one's a brake, so that's exciting to figure out as well. Down is to shift up. Damn. Oh yeah, and there's time transitions across time of day. That's pretty cool. I don't remember if there's anything that resembles weather. Maybe. That's the stage end right there. And I lost, I guess? I don't know. Maybe. I'm 40 seconds behind number 1. Damn. Suspension got a little rough from the wreck. I wonder what normally needs the most juice on those. Shit. Really bit it. Down for a lot of that. Really, really steep turns. As you can see, I'm getting my ass kicked. Now we finally get into the dirt. shit. God, I can't even see the damn road. Oh, it's frustrating. That turns into a mess. An absolute mess. Let's try it again. That's fine. This is not, though. Let's subtract a bunch of these. Distribute. Yeah, this is probably fine. That's probably good. So yeah, basically this is a really good driving game for the TurboGrafx-16. It's just that there's probably way more than like what most people wanted to deal with as far as playing. They wanted an arcade racer, you know what I mean? This is most definitely not. It has those elements like mixed in. And actually you kind of got a similar thing if you got Super Hang-On for the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, because it has like a full simulation mode too that involves like buying bikes and upgrading them and stuff. So both early 16-bit consoles offered a racing simulation experience of sorts. Just one's a rally racing game and the other one's a MotoGP type thing. Yeah, so it's a rally racing game like Colin McRae, only much earlier, using kind of Outrun as a control and handling model. God, it did bad. God damn. It's so much worse this time, didn't I? Yeah. Double stayed short. I made it 2 in. It's very hard and weird to get used to. I think it's fun though. Shit, I forgot to shift up there for a long time. I was just grinding it. It's going slow as shit. Still nothing broke. That's good. This even has an indicator to show you how far through the stage you are, which I never noticed before. The game really does have a lot of modern rally game stuff in it. Surprisingly advanced for something that looks so simple in a way. God damn. Ah, my top gear's broken. That's awesome. needed that last gear for the whole race. Unfortunately, I did not have it. Maybe they'll let me finish, I don't know. Did I finish? No. I want to give this at least one more go. Maybe a couple more. I know I can do better. Nice. Did it. I did it before nightfall. A little better, and it didn't damage any parts. Excellent. Yeah, all the traffic is crazy too. Like, why is there traffic during a rally? I mean, besides the other occasional rally car, maybe. That usually doesn't happen either, right? Like, unless there's been a breakdown or something. I guess, I mean, they knew the gameplay was too simplistic to support it alone without having traffic. It would be an interesting challenge after you figured out how to take all the turns. God damn. Looks like my first attempt is going to be my best one. Everything else is going completely to shit. Everything in my car is now damaged. Yeah, well, this isn't worth dragging on because goddamn, things went very poorly. Somehow I'm just getting worse at this as I play it. I do think this game is really cool though, and it was worth giving some time to. I don't know if that was very much time. It was very simple and frustrating. Probably not super fun to watch me practice a million times in a row. But I did want to make the point that it's not just a simple outrun clone. It's an actual rally sim stuck in an outrun clone's body, which is weird and hurts it a little bit. This game just needed to have better tech, and when it did have better tech, it came out and it was called Colin McRae Rally, and we all liked it. So that's kind of the issue with it. I think it's still pretty fun though. It's a 7 out of 10 for me. I probably would have rather just gotten the port of Outrun that the PC Engine received, but really that's not all that fantastic either. And it's probably also about a 7 out of 10 kind of game. So, yeah, that's Victory Run. I've got one more. It's my only loose case game. I keep it inside the Keep Courage and Alpha Zones box. I'll be back with that in just a second. It's something I streamed before anyway. It's fun though. And then the third and final Ion port here. After doing Ninja Spirit, which I rated a 5 out of 10, I'm just completely pissed at the way that game ends. And the way the game ends is the problem with 2 of the 3 games. Anyway, the other would be R-Type, which is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. And I now realize as an adult that that's a better game even than like something like Blazing Lasers, which I mostly enjoyed because it's easy and long, and it's really fun. Like Blazing Lasers is a fantastic game. Soldier Blade's a fantastic game, but like R-Type's actually like designed a lot better than probably any of those games. It's brilliant, sort of. Like I don't know, it's a cut above. Vigilante is not a cut above. It's just kind of a remake of Kung Fu Master with a gritty urban theme and darker graphics and better graphics. Very cool. I really like the look of this game actually, and I think it should have been the pack-in because it would have been a good competitor against Altered Beast in terms of its look and its closeness to the arcade game. What's interesting though is my biggest complaint about Altered Beast on the Genesis is that it starts off on easy and then you beat it and it loops to the normal difficulty, or let's just say A difficulty and then B difficulty or whatever, and then it stays on the B difficulty every time you continue the game, so it's harder to get a good score going into it after you've set your first score unless you hard reset the system and lose your high score anyway. That's very dumb. But it's not as dumb and shitty as what this game's got going on, where it doesn't have a high score table at all, and when you beat the game, it doesn't even loop, and it's easy to beat, making it almost impossible to play for score in any meaningful way. That's my rant about Vigilante. Let's go ahead and play it anyway. It's a good game. It's just the craziest thing about it is that the skinheads have taken Madonna hostage, and you have to take the power into your own hands. I believe the arcade version says the law into your own hands. Also, good game to use off TurboFire on. Show off the old TurboFire feature of the controller, right? Should have been the pack-in, I'm telling you. It may seem weird to people now, but like these were sold as the hardcore arcade games. So the fact that Altered Beast is the kind of violent and gory game didn't stop it from being the pack-in, and it wouldn't stop this either. Beating dudes down as they come out of the PP room. Getting shot in the face. That's fun. What a dickhead. Shit. I think that'll let you have like unlimited continues or something too, maybe not. I don't remember. If it gives you unlimited continues, this is some really pointless bullshit. Oh, there you go. It's a kick that you want to do on that guy. He's a sucker for that. Very Double Dragon-like music here. If you hit me with these tunes out of context, I'd probably be struggling to remember which Double Dragon game it was from specifically. Oh shit. Also, I would say another point against Vigilante, not a two-player game like Altered Beast, but the TurboGrafx didn't even give you any way to play two-player, so maybe it's just appropriate then. Again, this should have been the back-end. HuCard and Alpha Zones is a bullshit game. Also. I'm pretty sure in the arcade game there's a small bit of animation where Madonna's hands come out of the cage window in the back of the van, and then like the van drives away. Shit. The game even has some parallax to show off, even though it's just line scroll. Doesn't look bad. Gives this level some depth. Oh, this guy's a dick. I remember beating him before though, with lots of jump kicks. Shit. Yeah, I don't know if there's any limit on continues at all. What a bullshit game. But look at it, it looks so 16-bit. NEC was doing what Nintendo don't. Oh yeah, your score is also not infected in any way by continuing. And oh, there's only like 5 levels too, I think. This is level 4. Last chance to say Madonna. Oh shit. I just want to avoid the being grabbed and punched thing. I don't know if I get that fully. Plus he gets health back? What a dick. Right? I like that he's moving to the right though, that's easier for me. It'd be much worse if he was moving the other direction. You have to wait for a kick that connects, I guess. Oh shit, they're gonna game over me right at the end? That's a bitch. No, I won't accept that. I'm gonna beat Vigilante. Why not? Why not? Why shouldn't I? This would be the funniest fight in the world to see in real life. Just keeps walking in, just keeps walking his chin into that fucking constantly spinning nunchuck. He's not getting it. He's just not getting it, man. Now we can make quick work of him. Oh, it does keep track of a high score, but again, it's meaningless unless you're not continuing or something, pretty much. Unless you're trying to find the best score strategy before beating the game and having it end. Weird either way. There we go. All about the jump kicks. Turbo jump kicks forever. Her life is in your hands, dude. What? This game was also released on the Sega Master System, much like R-Type, and that version is kind of notoriously terrible, I think. Anybody who's really spent much time with it. On the surface, it seems fine, though. Except for they changed jump to be both buttons at the same time because they are aware of how terrible the D-pad on this Master System is. Well, it really makes it shitty if you're playing with any better modern controller. Even a Sega Genesis controller. matter how you do it. You always do this stupid thing where you fall and have to pull yourself back up, because it's how this last fight works. Shit. They gave this enemy a pretty prominent package. That's how they let you know he's Mr. Big and you're not. Beating the game yields a worse score than not beating it. So, I mean, just like I said, it seems strange and meaningless in terms of score. Law and order failed, with the vigilante prevailed. Words to live by in 2025, guys. Take the law into your own hands. I mean, in the video game, Vigilante, for your TurboGrafx-16 video game console. It's solid. Like I said, it'd make a good back end for like a little graphics demo of how the TurboGrafx-16 can bring the arcade experience home, sort of, you know. In the same way that Altered Beast was, I think, a good back end for what they were doing at the time. Specifically. You know, the early software was a little rough on both consoles, but that's kind of the way early software often is. And, but I think it's something that people always want to go back and take a look at too. You see a lot of YouTube videos about it and things like that, where it's like the first console games on the first the games on the PlayStation, or the first games on Super Nintendo. It's interesting. It does set a course and a direction for them. Iron were a big supporter for NEC's hardware. R-Type being, of course, the biggest get there. But yeah, that's my TurboGrafx-16 HuCard collection. That kind of wraps that up, and we'll start in on something totally new this weekend. So yeah, if you like action games, check it out. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.